Corner ist der kreative Kopf hinter dem Projekt IAMX. Der Brite ist auch aus dem Bandprojekt Sneaker Pimps bekannt, konzentriert sich aber nun seit 2003 voll und ganz auf die Musik von IAMX. Im März 2011 kam mit Volatile Times das bereits 4. IAMX-Album in die Läden. Wir haben Herrn Corner auf ein schönes Gespräch getroffen und schön darf hier wirklich wortwörtlich genommen werden.
Hello, beautiful Chris.
Hi.
You know why I choose this expression?
No?
Because this is how you address your fans on your homepage.
Ah, it's true.
Yeah, you always start with hello, beautiful people. Why do you think that your fans are beautiful?
Because they like my music.
So this is the criterion to make them beautiful?
Yeah, I think I'm talking much more in a kind of deeper spiritual beauty than just physical beauty.
So beauty is more than just appearance for you?
Of course.
Do you think that beauty is volatile?
I think everything is volatile. Beauty, I think human nature is volatile. Whether beautiful or ugly.
Aber nicht nur die menschliche Natur ist vergänglich, sondern auch die Zeit. Volatile Times, vergängliche Zeiten, heißt die aktuelle Platte von IAMX. Sollen wir das nun als Anschuldigung gegen die schnelllebige Gesellschaft verstehen? Oder vielmehr als Einladung, etwas zu ändern?
Yes, I think it is an invitation. I think
To make it more constant and...
no, I think that would be unrealistic. I think the invitation is to think of how to change things to get to a better state. I don't think a better state is about balance necessarily. In fact, I think sometimes things are much more interesting when they're volatile. It's just that the things that I see in the world are generally an ugly volatile rather than a beautiful volatile. And I'd like to see more beauty.
Is this also what you would see if you would turn on the light in these volatile times? Because this is a break of your lyric, just
Yes.
for the viewers.
The spiritual light or whatever, the enlightenment, in a way, I think is what I'm talking about, and it's not. I don't expect to get that, but it would be nice if some things could be changed by people understanding a bit more. The politicians, the religious freaks, the 80% of the world, if they understood a little bit more and thought a bit deeper and turned the lights on now and again, then the world would be a better place.
Chris Corner hat über den Entstehungsprozess seines Albums einen langen Blog-Eintrag verfasst, in dem er sich auf eine drastische und emotionale Art und Weise Luft macht. Es scheint ein unschöner und schmerzvoller und vor allem ein langer Weg gewesen zu sein.
But the process during producing your album doesn't seem to be that beautiful to you. This is what you write in your blog, at least in the internet, where you seem to struggle inside yourself, whether you like yourself and your music or not. And do you remember which song or which moment was the most difficult or the most ugly moment during this production process?
Yes, I do. I had a kind of dramatic breakdown moment with a song called "I Salute You, Christopher," and it's an ode to a famous English writer called Christopher Hitchens, who is part of this new atheist group movement that's happening in the world. A very interesting person, and I became obsessed with this guy, and I found out that he got cancer and was given like 6 months to live or whatever. So I decided to write a little song for him, which is I don't usually do. And through the process of that, I found it very therapeutic. When I was singing the song, I almost felt like I was talking about my own death. Using the word Christopher is obviously quite a strange thing to sing about. And I think that was really healthy for me to face the reality of mortality. It sounds really dark, but it's quite a hopeful moment. That was a good time for me.
I salute you, Christopher. Whiskey raised and downed.
And you also compared your album during this process, during this production process, to an unwanted, unborn child. Is this a process you always go through when you produce a record, or was this very special this time?
I think it was special in the sense that I wasn't lying to myself about certain things, and I was also very edgy, very frustrated, because I've made a few albums on my own now, and it's self-inflicted loneliness that I have created for myself, and it's quite frustrating, because I'm such a control freak. I can't really allow anybody in, but I can't stand to deal with it alone. So I think it's going to be the last record that I do like that, because it's emotionally challenging, and I'd like to change that, have some more fun in my life.
So the next record will be a fun record then? Can we expect this?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's something that would be very risky. I've never done that before.
I mean, you already dyed your hair in different colors, so this is already a first step to happiness, because they are lighter, they're not dark as you had them before.
That's true. Redheads are happier.
Yeah.
Right?
Why did you decide to do this?
I don't know. I think it sort of took me back to when I was a teenager, and I had red hair then, and I saw a picture and I thought, I want to be him again, in my sort of naivety, and I think it kind of worked in a way. I feel a bit more smiley with the red hair than I did with the dark hair.
Die Arbeit am neuen Album war also nicht einfach für den IAMX-Kopf. Aber bereut er irgendetwas, das er durch diesen Prozess gelernt hat?
Your first official single, even though you don't like the word single, is Ghost of Utopia. And there you sing, every time you learn, you don't regret. Do you regret anything during the learning process and during the production process you went through?
I regret every record, something. I mean, that's part of it. But if you went into the making of a record with fear that you're going to fail, you'd never make a record. So you have to have some kind of blind confidence to get through. But you make mistakes, and that's why it's nice to make another record, so you can correct those mistakes. But
make new ones.
Make new ones. Make other mistakes. I mean, if you look at it like that, it's kind of depressing, really, isn't it? Because it's just endless. But you don't feel like that when you make a record.
Die erste Single-Auskopplung heißt Ghost of Utopia. In dieser übt Herr Corner wie bereits öfters Kritik an politischen Systemen. Aber wie wichtig sind ihm selber Utopien?
Do you think it's important and necessary to have utopias? To believe in a perfect world that might happen in the future?
I think we're programmed to hope for that. It's part of our evolution is to hope for that, I think. If you take away the hope of, if you take away that hope, then you're only left really with religion, and it's not a good enough explanation of things for me. There's no evidence. And so I think utopias are a really nice way of hanging on to something as a human being.
How does your utopic world looks like?
It looks like my strange chaos GDR building in the east Berlin countryside, where I have many rooms and many little studios and art projects going on.
Coming back to the beginning of our conversation, do you think that real beauty is utopian?
Perhaps. I think I'm a romantic at heart. I think I would go with my natural instinct to say that yes, I think it probably is. And even though all utopias have failed, of course, from the beginning of time, we still should hope to get to the right one.
So it's worth to try to reach it.
I think so, yeah.